morning. I'm Dave Fiore, Fiore Research Laboratories in northern Mississippi. I am a research formulation chemist that makes different products for different people that don't exist. We were approached with a very unique project about a year ago, and the whole idea was, it turns out in the new emerging cannabis market that there's quite a bit of waste that is not used, and the regulations are stipulating there's only certain ways that you can get rid of it. You can't burn it, you can't throw it in your dumpster, you have to process it a certain way. But here's what's interesting. There is nobody on the market that we can find today that has a good, solid answer to that problem. Well, now there is one. I'm going to introduce the product today. It's called Blackout 360. We say on the label, turn your waste into compost, and that's how we're going to talk about this today. This product is designed that when you have waste, which I will do an actual demonstration here in a little bit, to show you how easy this is to work. Well, let me tell you a little bit about the product, because it's very unique, it's very synergistic with different chemicals that are in there, and it's a very complex process. We tried to make it as simple as possible, but there's a lot of things that we have to cover when we do this. For an example, we wanted to use a binder. What a binder does is it holds different things together. And we used a protein binder because it's going to enhance the performance of enzymes and some of the stuff that's in here. So we started out with that. We had to beef it up a little bit, and we used a direct food contact urethane. Both of these products, zero VOC. I mean, there's no volatile or organic compounds in it. So it's environmentally friendly, and it doesn't hurt any of the microbes or things that's already in the soil, if that's what you're going to do with it. So there's the first two ingredients. But then we came up, we said, okay, we need to somehow make this very visible, so if an inspector comes and said, okay, what did you do with your waste? There's a couple ways to tell what we did. First thing we did, we made it black. Not just an ordinary black, a black that happens to be composed of animal bones that have been charred and burned, and we're using it as black pigment. So you couldn't get anything more environmentally friendly than putting in the ground a bone type material, and it kind of adds potash and some other things to the soil. So we did that, but then we also found we needed a couple things. One is we wanted to have some type of a enzyme or bacteria or a culture of some sort to put in the product so it starts the reaction for the decomposition of the material itself. And we did that with a couple different products, actually, two different grades and types of them. So we've got some enzymes in there. We have a wetting agent. You might want to wonder why a wetting agent. Well, if you're going to try and wet out any cannabis leaves and so on, you're going to find that wetting agent just makes it super wet. So it's a product that, without any problems whatsoever, will go into the pores of the leaves or the grind and what we have on this. So we did that. We added another one that was kind of tricky, I guess, and that's that we put a fire retardant in this thing. It won't burn. Once you coat it, it won't burn. So with that being said, there goes the people dumpster diving to get stuff to smoke, because it won't burn. So we did that, and again, it's a liquid that's environmentally friendly. It does not hurt the soil whatsoever. It's just a real nice product, and it's kind of hard to find because most fire retardants have phosphate esters and things like that. Some of them have diatomaceous earth or things like that as well. But we wanted something that would work and go into our formula, so we did that. Let's see, then we added, well, it's kind of tricky. It's the enzymes. There's two different types of enzymes, and they do different things. And they bring nitrogen and they bring phosphorus as well, and potash, all into the system and makes them more efficient and to accelerate the decomposition of the product. we needed a defoamer, and the reason we needed a defoamer is because the pigment's going to settle some in the bottom. Now it's back in solution. There's nothing to it. So we put a defoamer in there, and the reason for that is that you can't quite see it in here right this second. If I shook it up more, there's foam in here, and it doesn't hurt anything. It goes back down into regular liquid. But we put a defoamer to control how much of that foam gets in the product. And then we pulled a real fast one, I think, and that's that we put an optical brightener in that. And what any of you that don't know exactly what that means, is that means a black light will show up on there. That's what these lamps are for right up here, the behind me. It shows so an inspector could come up and say, where's your waste? How did I know this has really been treated with this special stuff? Put a black light on it and it will glow in the dark, and it shows it's been treated. So that's basically how this came together. I've told you in a matter of minutes a formulation that took me almost a year to make sure it works. So that's that part. Let's talk about application and what we did, because okay, Fury, you made this stuff. How do we know it works? Well, we've done some of that too. We have some compost started in here. You can see it's black, and this is the one that's been going on now for a while, and we can monitor. We leave the lid off, we leave it outside unless it's going to rain. We don't want too much moisture on it. You do want it wet. You can mix it with dirt if you want, but we do it with this lid so we can start to measure the composition. Is it really decomposing the way it's supposed to? So we can actually see it. So we've been doing these test things for quite some time. But let's show how you use this stuff. That's probably the easiest. As you can see, yes, I have some cannabis right back here. So yes, we've been testing it in the right way to emulate what some of the regulations are. We're using a food chopper. This one happens to be made by KitchenAid, and we can pulverize it, or we can just chop it. So all we do is take some, put it in the processor, stems and all. I guess I need to turn it on. That might help. Minor glitch right there on my power. I have it in here. I have it in the shop. Okay, and then just take this off. And here is, okay, now we've got a few stems. We're going to take these initially out of here. I know on some of the big mulching type machines that you all have, they are already, they cut up the stems as well. want to use a chopper just like this. We're just trying to get an idea to show you we want enough for 1 square foot, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay, here again you can see where we've mulched it. Okay, we've got it. Yeah, you can kind of see it in here. Okay, we want to spread this out. Okay, we've got approximately 1 square foot on here right now. Take your liquid, and this is available. If you're, let's say you're a small shop and you want to do something this small, we have these available. It's real easy to use. Shake it up, turn it so it's on. Now, people normally want to know, okay, how far does this go? I mean, how much, what's the coverage per square foot? We have approximately 1 square foot right there. 1 gallon will do 800 square feet. Now, in this particular case, obviously, it dries relatively quick. And you can say, well, wait, there's some on the bottom that hasn't been coated. That's correct. So what do? Remember I mentioned something called a wetting agent? The wetting agent takes it halfway through on the side that you've been doing. Okay, now let's spread this back out. And then do the same as you did on the one side. You can see it's actually a jet black. It's actually called a cosmic black, is the name that the manufacturer put on it. Okay, and that's how simple. That's what it's how you use the product. Now, let's say you have a larger area that you need to do. You could use a sprayer like this pump up sprayer right here. It holds up to 2 gallons. It's got an adjustable head on the wand of it right here. So you can spray a much larger amount at one time if you so desire. You're going to find we have, the product comes in quarts, gallons, 5 gallons, drums, totes. So about any size you need. And we have them just ask us and we can get you all the information on pricing for them as well. But now you have a product that meets all regulations for compliance on your waste. What do? It's totally environmentally friendly. So you can take the end dirt that's there, use it within your planting as a compost as well. You've recycled what you have, saving money and time and cost on a compost if you had to buy one. Third, probably real important, It doesn't cost very much to treat this. It goes a long ways and it's safe. This should give you an idea of what Blackout 360 is all about, what you're going to do with it, how you're going to use it, and solve the problems for you. If you have questions, we have a technical staff that's on call all the time as well, so it's not a problem. Thank you for your time today. I hope this will answer some of your questions.